Hi, my name is Zhong.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Nice to meet you, Alex. I wonder what bring you here today?
Yeah, so I have been very stressed out about my little brother, specifically lately.
Yeah.
He is, oh geez, I think he's, let's see, I just turned 23, so he's 15 years old. There's an 8-year difference. And I just started my grad program in Chicago.
Yeah.
So just moved out here. I'm originally from Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm feeling really disconnected from him, and I'm worried about him because, he just started high school. He's feeling a little depressed because of everything, the pressures of being in high school, and I just worry about him a lot.
Yeah, see, so you're worrying about your younger brothers?
Mhm.
It's like you are feeling disconnected with him,
Yeah,
and you're worrying that he might be through like, depressions right now?
yeah. So, and when I was at home, I could talk to him and support him, and we're very, very close. I basically helped raise him because I'm the oldest brother.
Oh, yeah.
I have 3 younger brothers in total, but they're both in college, and my little brother is still at home. And I think he's having a hard time adjusting to all of his older brothers moving out of the house.
Oh, yeah, I see. So, how do you know that he's, struggling to adjust to this new situation where his older brothers all moved out of the house?
Well, we talked about it, because I wanted to make sure he felt supported, and I could tell that every time we talked on the phone, he would be like, "Am I bothering you?
Mm-hmm.
Are you busy?
Oh.
I don't want to take up your time. I'll let you get back to your work." I think he's very acutely aware of him being a burden to me, which he's absolutely not. And I think he has a feeling of abandonment a little bit, so he wants to make sure that we don't forget him.
No. So, how did you react to him when he said that I don't want to be a burden to you, or you can keep your working in the phone?
Well, I would just always say no, I'm not busy. I wouldn't call you if I was busy, right? I'm calling you because I want to talk to you and because I want to make sure you're doing okay.
Yeah, and how did he react to this?
I think he was taking it well, but I still think in the back of his head, he has that feeling of I'm bothering him.
So what makes you feel that he still have that feeling?
I think it's just, he's always saying, whenever I ask him, how are you doing?
Yeah.
And he says, oh, I'm okay,
Yeah.
I can always tell there's something he wants to tell me.
Yeah.
And every time I ask him, well, how's everything going on at home, for example, because my mom and my dad, our mom and dad, they don't have a very good, strong relationship, so sometimes they'll argue.
Yeah.
And that's a big stressor on him. Yeah. And so that's what I'm asking, right? And I can tell that he, wants to tell me a lot more, but says, I don't want to get into it over the phone. I don't want to do it right now. You're probably busy. It's a long story. So let's talk about it later, right? So I can still kind of sense that he's holding things back.
Oh, yeah. So you're sensing that he's still holding things back on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Then have you ever met him in person, or have you ever talked to him when you go back home?
Yeah, when we go back home, everything's really great. We're very, very close. It takes him a little bit of time, maybe day 2, for him to really open up again. But when we're in person, everything is really great. The only part is that I think he is really sassy. And so instead of saying, I am feeling lonely, I'm feeling hurt, I'm feeling forgotten right now, he'll say sassy things like, hey, do you have time to look over this? I know you're busy. Oh, sorry I'm bothering you. Things like that, you know what I mean? Where I'm you don't need to do that. You're not bothering me.
Mm-hmm. Then do you have any, special tricks with him? The time when he can relax, and stop being sassy and can really share with you? Have this ever happened before?
Yeah, I think it takes us being alone which is hard because I'm married. So when I do go home, I bring my partner with me. And I think it's hard for us to get some alone time sometimes. And so I try to make it a point to talk to him like towards the end of the night, just the two of us, and that helps. Yeah, but it's just hard being away now and knowing that my mom specifically
Yeah.
used to treat me as like her best friend
Yeah.
because I was the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we're all out of the house except for him, she now treats him like her best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know that she'll tell him things that is stressing her out,
Mm-hmm.
and that will in turn stress him out,
Oh yeah, I see.
you know?
So like, how your mom, your younger brother's relationship with your mom also become kind of like stressor to him
Yeah.
right now.
Yes. So for example, if my mom is behind on taxes or bills,
Mm-hmm.
like she'll vent to him.
Mhm.
And as someone who went through that as like a 10-year-old, it was so stressful and like something that children shouldn't have to deal with.
Yeah.
And I know he's 15 and also the baby of the family.
Oh yeah.
So that's just another dynamic, right? And he's starting high school, thinking about like where you're going to go to college and what you're going to do with your life and like these big questions, right? And on top of that, he also has to hear my mom talk about, you know, her relationship with my dad and the bills and stuff like that.
And have you ever talked with your mom with it? Like, since like you're saying like right now as a huge burden to your younger brother, like besides all those high school things,
Mm-hmm.
then you also said that you've already experienced it with your mom,
Mhm.
and you feel it's a burden.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like have you ever tried to talk with your mom?
Not directly. I haven't directly said to my mom, like, you shouldn't do that with Adrian, is his name. But maybe I should. But I have made an effort to try to talk to her more,
Mm-hmm.
so that she can know that, like, if you're having problems, you can talk to me. But again, I'm not living at home, so I don't see those daily things. And so my mom, it's a lot easier for her to go to my little brother if, just for example, my dad says something rude to her
Yeah.
in the moment.
Yeah.
And then maybe 5 minutes later, my mom will go to my brother and say, "Can you believe him?" You know, it's
Yeah.
like that kind of like instant, you're in the moment kind of stuff that I might not be able to help with.
Yeah, I see. So it's like, because right now in the family, it seems that like there are only 3 people right now.
Hmm.
Because like you and your brothers are left to college.
Yes, and I do have one other brother who does live at home,
Okay.
but he commutes. He's in school,
Oh.
but he commutes, and so he really doesn't have time to hang out with my brother and talk to my brother like
Mhm.
as in depth as they need to, because whenever he is at home, he's either doing homework or sleeping, you know, and then he's on campus and working all the other time.
So what about Adrian? Like, does he have he ever tried anything to deal with this situation?
I just don't think he has the language, because like the other night I was sitting in the living room. No, he was sitting in the living room by himself at like 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going out to get a drink of water, and I'm
Mhm.
like, why are you just sitting in the living room by yourself in the dark? Like, you're a weirdo. Like, what are you doing? And I could tell he was very sad.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sat down next to him and I was like, what's happening? What's going on? And the way that he explained it was, he said, I have a pain in my heart
Oh.
and I can't make it go away,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And so then I was like, oh, do you get that pain often? Is it like a physical pain, or like describe it?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it's just like it hurts in my chest sometimes. It feels heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll say, like, that sounds like depression, you know,
Oh.
like it sounds like you're dealing with some depression.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have that knowledge to be able to put words to his experience.
Mhm.
And so without me there, I think he just sometimes feels sad
Yeah.
and doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And I want him to be able to call me, but I know that because he thinks I'm busy, he won't call me.
Yeah, I see that. I wonder, like, how does this influence your life? Like, like Adrian feeling, you think that Adrian feeling depressed?
It's sad because I want to be able to do more.
Yeah.
You know, as an older brother, I feel responsible.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I want to be there for him, but it's hard to be there when I'm focusing on married life, focusing on grad school.
Okay, then thank you, Alex. Like you shared so many things about your worries towards your younger brother, Adrian. And maybe next time we will think of any other resources in your life that you can provide or like Adrian has to better to improve his situation. Yeah, so maybe we will come up with more strategies next time.
Yeah.
But I'm glad, I'm so grateful for you to share this with me today.
Thank you.